Hi guys, this is Ben Arce with the Boca Voice, and today on Keys to Boca we talk about the Boca Real Estate Market. So today with me I have a very special guest. He is a mortgage industry leader. He's the #1 originator for Finance of America, which is the 5th largest lender in the United States. He leads a team of 55 and he has 20 years of experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Weaver.
Oh, well, thank you.
Matt, thank you for being
Wonderful.
here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. If you know Matt, you know he's a numbers guy. So he's the best guy to talk about the local real estate market with. So we're at year end for 2016, or almost there. So what can you say about how 2016 started, kind of what trended, and how are we ending 2016?
Well, 2016, the market here locally on a local level, I happen to believe has done very well. Median sale prices probably up right around 3.5% to 4%.
Okay.
Borrowing power, interest rates were low for the greater part of the year. They still are low, but extremely low for at least quarter 1, 2, and 3. So the 16 market was very strong. It's going to end strong.
Okay.
Now we are starting to see, of course, days on market tick up.
Sure.
We're starting to see inventory tick up, but still a pretty fluid market.
So most of our listeners, as you know, it's Boca, right? So we're a local Boca blog. So in terms of, I know the national numbers are out and everything like that, but what I think is important to our listeners is, so what's the local real estate market for Boca? So are we going to see values, and I see it every day, some neighborhoods trending up or trending down or staying stagnant. What do you think overall, just in Boca speaking? I mean,
Sure.
you've lived there a long time, you've done business here,
Yep.
you know Boca.
So I would venture to say that the Boca Raton market is probably going to see about a 2 to 3% increase over the coming year.
Right. How can we expect to start Q1 of 2017?
I think we're gonna. I think the new environment is going to be above 4, below 5.
Right. So it's going to play somewhere between the 4 or 5 market, similar to what it was before the crash, pretty much.
Correct. Now the question is that where's the needle going to lie, right? So we're probably at, use it 4.5 today on the traditional 30-year product. We could see that waver by 1/8 or so.
Okay.
Optimistically, we'd like to see it, of course, lower than that. Not quite sure we're going to get there.
Right.
But I happen to believe that throughout 2017 we'll be in a sub-5 environment.
For the entire year.
I happen to feel that way.
Okay. Are we in a bubble? And are we going to see what we saw, a few years ago when the real estate market kind of got out of control and then completely collapsed? I mean, I know we can't predict it. We don't have a crystal ball.
Sure.
But what are your thoughts on that?
I don't believe a bubble would be the way to describe it. I think that what's going to happen here is, the Federal Reserve is already taking the steps in place to control pricing.
Right.
You start putting a squeeze on monetary policy, then in turn that translates to pricing.
Okay.
So what I believe is going to happen is that I think over a period of time, when you increase borrowing costs, there's a natural effect to that. And the natural effect to that is that it's going to stabilize pricing.
Okay.
I don't think, particularly in the Boca Raton market here, we're going to see any type of economic housing crash
Right.
that we saw in the past.
Okay.
Can we be at 2 to 3% over the course of 17? Can we see in 18 and 19? Perhaps negative 2 to 3%.
Right.
There's some strong possibility to that.
Any last thoughts, predictions, or anything for the future, for our listeners?
Be informed, stay informed. Right now, we have to stress the importance of home ownership across the board. Home ownership levels have plummeted to the lowest level since 1965. Really the challenge, the reasoning behind that is because we don't talk about the importance of it, particularly with the younger generation.
Right.
And I happen to believe that they're missing a key component in overall net worth in life.
Right.
So homeownership is not only important to the well-being of someone, it's also important to the well-being of others and the community. So it's amazing how much of an effect it has overall. Again, this isn't, buy today, sell tomorrow.
Right.
We all have to live somewhere. And even if you're not able to get exactly what you want in terms of perhaps location or size or what have you, I would not compromise to go and rent.
Right.
Compromise perhaps a little bit on your desirability.
Right.
Because nothing beats ownership over a period of time.
Matt, again, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I know you're a busy man.
Wonderful. Thank you.
So guys, thank you for your time and thank you for your attention. I always appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please like our page at the Boca Voice. We talk things all politics, real estate, restaurants, and everything else in between in Boca. Please like this video, share it with your friends, leave comments below. I hope you guys have an awesome new year, and I'll see you next week on Keys to Boca.